I'm about to make the biggest life change that I personally didn't see coming, but of course, God saw it coming. For me, the reason why this is so hard is because of the fact that, I've really never done this before. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Danzel. It is around, what time is it? Like 5:50 right now in the morning on September 11th. And I'm about to make the biggest life change that I personally didn't see coming, but of course, God saw it coming. And I just want to share this with you. So make sure you like this video, you subscribe, you turn on your post notification, and you share this because I want to share with y'all a little bit about what I'm feeling today and with this change that is happening. So let's get into it. I'm moving. I am leaving the comforts of my home after 27 years of life, and I am beginning my next chapter down in South Carolina. Now, I won't go into the whole backstory of why I'm moving. I will do that in another video, but at least for today, I am having a lot of mixed emotions because I'm both excited but also scared at the same time. And for me, the reason why this is so hard is because of the fact that, I've really never done this before. Now, I've been in college for the last 8 years. Back in May, I graduated with my master's. So I'm new to this whole adulting thing. I've been avoiding it for the last 8 years because I didn't want to adult. I was comfortable being with family, having family take care of me, and just by going through my education, there was a lot of comfort that I had within that. And now I'm basically releasing all of that. And now I have to be an adult. And for me, I know there's a greater purpose for what God has for me when I get down to South Carolina. At the same time, I'm just but my comfort. Now, I have this whole statement that I always share with a lot of the students that I come in contact with, where it's that you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, meaning that you're going to be put into a lot of uncomfortable situations. When you're comfortable in those situations, then you can do anything. This is completely way out of my comfort zone because all my family that is here in Massachusetts, I'm leaving them. All the friends that I made in Massachusetts, I'm leaving them. I literally turned down a full-time job at a place that I was comfortable at just to move to South Carolina. And again, I'll go into this more in detail in the next video, but it's I don't have a job yet. I don't have my own apartment or house yet. I'm literally walking into this by faith. Just like what the Bible says, we walk by faith and not by sight. And it's really scary when you put faith into action. But at the same time, I know that this is of God. So everybody always asking me, like, how do you feel about that? What are you going through? And like a little 9 yards. And it's just like, I told them that like it'll probably hit me the day that I step on this plane and I head out to South Carolina, that like this is a big thing. Like I woke up this morning and my mom was in the house. I'm just like, bruh, your child is leaving. Don't know when he's planning to come back, and you're not here. And it's just like I'm now at this place where like now she's like on her way home. But it's just like it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But say all this to say, whatever it is that God is telling you to do, be obedient the first time around. Don't wait until something major happens in order to fall into the will of God. I was supposed to move to South Carolina back in May. I told God no. Then in August, I was listening to Pastor John Gray do his message, and at that time we were dealing with like all like the hurricane and stuff. And right then and there, I just went right online and bought a one-way ticket to go to South Carolina. And I did a message last month about Jonah. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with Jonah, Jonah received a word from God to go to Nineveh and to let them know that like they don't change their ways, that he's going to end them. Jonah's just like, I'm not going. I'm going to Tarshish instead. So Jonah started to flee in disobedience with God. However, God still found Jonah, and he caused a great storm to arise on the waters with Jonah on the boat and all the people that were on there. Now, because of this disobedience, not only was Jonah impacted, but it also impacted others that were around him. Long story short, they toss him over. He gets swallowed in the belly of a fish for 3 days, 3 nights, and then he is spat out right onto Nineveh. Gives the word, they change their ways, and again, it's just that whole life change and whatnot. So for me, I'm just thinking about how many people were impacted because of my disobedience. Like, what could have been different if I was already in South Carolina? What could have been changed? How many people could have been saved? How many people could have been delivered? How many people could have been set free? And I'm not saying that like I'm God or anything, but it's just that you don't know who you're impacting. Like you have no idea who you're impacting. And that's why I bought this shirt. I mean, I know it's backwards, but it says be the change. And we are change makers in this world. We can change the atmosphere that we go into. We can change how the atmosphere is like when we're at work. We can change the atmosphere while we're in school. Change the atmosphere when you're in the church. You change the atmosphere in any place that you go into. But it's that, what does that atmosphere feel like? Are people excited to see you, or are people not excited to see you? And I was thinking a lot about that. It was just weighing on me because of like my disobedience. And like I thank God for my two sisters that are down in South Carolina, because they have really been an encouragement for me for literally over a month and some change, that now I'm actually going. But I wanted to make this video to really just, ask God just to keep me in prayer, really. And whatever it is that God has in store, that it will just begin to unfold itself I as I go about it. Um, so thank you to everybody that's a part of my support team. I truly do appreciate every last one of y'all, and I'm just excited to see where it is that God is going to take me next. So um, be on the lookout for future videos, because I do believe that when I get down there, you're going to start seeing a lot more content from me. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, you turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.